y'all, listening to my music for y'all. Well, with y'all. And then I go ahead and go live on Facebook. I think I went over this a few times. Get myself together. I tried to do my wig. I just threw it on. I was doing homework. And I just so happened to look at the clock and was like, oh shit, I'm going to be late. When things didn't go your way, how could you tell me that you love me and behave this way? Sometimes I don't know how I feel. I don't own the rights to this music. I'm not trying to be this girl. I can't sing. This is Lakeside Green. Anyway, okay, whatever. New hell it is. You're supposed to be wild anyway. Wanted me for that sensation, yeah. I remember all the lies. She made me cry. I know that I'm sad. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Look, but I can love you better. Let me apologize to y'all. So YouTube, as you guys know, you guys are just gonna come on and you're gonna get a snippet of what I do live on Facebook and Instagram. So go ahead if you want to see the full video. Today just happened to be Self-Care Sunday. This is what I call simultaneous, when I am recording from YouTube and live on Facebook and Instagram simultaneously. So you guys should know all the gist and everything. I'm just giving you a clip of the video, but we're gonna get straight into it. And once I post the clip, you can come to my Facebook page at Juicy Jane or on Instagram at Juicy_Jane and catch the entire video and if you like it. Okay? I suppose that you should know that, babe. Self-Care Sunday. Okay. Girl, I'm the one who's feeling. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on Facebook because I can hear the music. Let me go ahead and get started. Okay. It's gonna be up there in a minute. I got you. I had slicked my edges down right before I started. Look too bad, I guess. I couldn't find my clip. And I put the boys out because they was getting there. Oh, that would be cute. Like, my phone's been blowing up like Samsung 7 and I'm trying to stay committed to it. I can use my laptop. Okay. This is working for me. So I'm gonna wait till a couple people get on here and play with my hair. Hey, cousin. Oh, okay, Facebook jump right on in. Hey, y'all. Hey, Danica. It's been a long time since I've seen you. How you doing down there in Florida? Get myself in order. We're going to talk about, on Self-Care Sunday, the topic today is going to be real lit. So let me go ahead and get into it, because I don't want my YouTube video to cut off. So, today's topic for Self-Care Sunday is getting yourself entrapped. Entrapments. We always talk about entanglements, but we put ourselves in our own entrapments sometimes. And it doesn't seem to come out as well as we want to. And first of all, I was just going to jump straight in Facebook. I forgot to introduce myself. So let me get the introductions out the way. So we can go ahead. If you don't know me, I go by the name of Juicy Jane. Plus size model here in Memphis, Tennessee. Originally from Illinois. And trying to be a little gypsy and move on ahead to Georgia. ATL, shouting. Specifically, will settle for Augusta. So, I have a name for every day of the week, and if I'm able to do every day of the week, I will. If I don't, I can't. I have to self-care and take care of myself. Well, today just so happens to be Self-Care Sunday. Hey, both of my parents on here. So before I get started in anything, I want to give a shout out to our Janie of the Year from 2019, who was my mom, Cheryl Albany. I told Mommy Jane, happy birthday, Mommy, once again. I love my mom. Y'all to see her slaying on Juicy Jane. She cuts up, okay? Hey, Dad. My daddy on IG, my mom on Facebook. I love that. So, getting into Self-Care Sunday. So, you know, you guys, I always preach about mental health in the Black community. So I'm trying to change the narrative of Self-Care Sunday a little bit. And what I mean by that is I've been seeing a lot of A-list celebrities who are on the train of mental health in the Black community. So I think that it's becoming kind of cliche now. I hate that. I'm not that celebrity who has the voice for it, but I'm still going to change it. So what we're going to do a little bit different with Self-Care Sunday is we are going to mostly look at the root causes of what causes our mental health breakdowns in situations that we can't avoid or try to keep control over so we won't have a mental health breakdown. I'll be discussing issues within the Black community that I dealt with my own family and my own self. So what I know about, and if my Janies want to reach out to me, because that's what we started at. So if my Janies want to reach out to me in my inbox, I'll figure out some kind of way to incorporate what you sent me for me to talk about and help you guys with it. Now that my audience is a little bit broader, being on YouTube and Instagram, this is what I did a little bit when I started Self-Care Sunday, but I veered away from it. So we're going to come back to it because other people is biting off my stuff and I don't like that. So let's just say I've seen a lot of memes on Facebook that'll say we have emotional trauma from being molested, but we want people to forget about the emotional trauma, but we still inviting that uncle or that auntie or whoever, the attacker, to the barbecue and get upset when the victim doesn't show up. Things like that. Or somebody who gets talked to or talked about all the time, you know, in a negative way by the whole family, and then when that person finally just had a horrible day at work, at home, and then they come to a family event, or they come to any kind of event and they feel like they're being attacked and they just snap, and then they call themselves the black sheep of the family, and those create stigmas, that creates problems, that creates mental health issues, and a lot of people don't talk about that. But that's something that I want to talk about. I'm not going to get into those two examples per se today, but I will be giving my first one. So my first one, I was telling you at the beginning of the video, I was talking about entrapments. And so, look, Charmaine says slips tea. Okay. So I'm talking about entrapments. And what do I mean about entrapments? So, have you ever found yourself in a bad situation where, whether it's a relationship, whether it's losing a job, whether it's losing a relative, losing something, you're in a bad place, a mental space, and you're not doing good. And somebody, whether it be a business relationship, a family, an entanglement, whatever you have deal, and so now that person is like, well, they know what kind of person you are. They know what kind of heart you have. They know what you have done for them in the past. They know you may be a go-getter. They know you're about your money. They know you're about your business. They know you're about your cooking. They know this skill that you have, and they see the greatness within you when you can't even see it in yourself at that time. And so they capitalize on your pain, and they come in as if they're really just trying to just help you, when really they're trying to milk the fuck out of you and use you and kick you while you down in a nice way. You may not be looking, you might be getting kicked from everybody else, and your head is dug down, so you don't see who's all kicking you, but you know you're getting kicks, but they're in the back kicking you. And then when everybody else scatters, when the dust and the smoke finally clears, that person who was kicking you from the back comes up and acts like they were the hero when really they were a part of the villains. Okay? So you get in this entrapment. You feel like you are indebted to a person. You feel like you owe them per se. All along you've done all you can do to help them, And it's never enough. They make you feel like you're forever indebted to them. They make you feel as if you need that person. This is how it's so hard for domestic abuse victims. You know, October is Domestic Abuse Month. And this is why it's hard for some domestic abuse victims to get out of their relationships, because their family or friend or their supposed to be support system